Those who know the story of Ramayanam mostly have heard about Rama Setu, the bridge which was built by Rama or is attributed to Rama. When Rama reached the southern tip of India on his way to Lanka, he encountered the big ocean. Upon his directions, a bridge was built connecting India and Lanka. Rama, along with his brother Lakshmana and the Vanara army, crossed the bridge and reached Lanka. How was this bridge built? Who built it? How long was the bridge and how long it took to build the bridge? We'll take a look at these things in this video. Generally, we see pictures or depictions in the videos or serials like the one shown above, where Vanaras or the monkeys or the monkey tribe writing the word Rama on the rocks and throwing them into the ocean, and the rocks somehow magically floating in the water by the grace of Rama. We have also seen or heard like other animals like turtles or squirrels helping in this construction work now by bringing like sand particles, etc., in the service of Rama. These stories written by various authors with devotional mindset or devotion as their main theme of the stories sound nice or feel good for the devotionally inclined ones. But the original Ramayana, written by Valmiki, is also known as Itihasa or history. What does that Ramayanam say about this event? Let's take a look at it. The construction of bridge is narrated in Valmiki Ramayana in chapter 22 of Yuddha Kanda. Rama, standing on the ocean bank, aims an arrow towards the ocean and gets ready to dry up the ocean. The god of oceans rises or shows up from the water and requests Rama not to go to that extreme or take that extreme step. He suggests that Nala, who is one of the Vanaras, is well versed with the knowledge of constructing the bridges. Let's look at what Valmiki Ramayana says about this, or this is the English translation of uh, some of the verses in that Ramayana. So here it says, Ocean God says, "Oh," addressing Rama, "O Rama, O soft-hearted," because now he has softened his stand from drying up the ocean, so he becomes soft-hearted. So he addresses Rama as soft-hearted, Saumya, that's the word used there. So it says, "There stands Nala, the son of Vishwakarma." Vishwakarma is supposed to be or is known in the Puranas or ancient epics that is the divine uh, engineer or the divine Shilpi. So this Nala is a son of Vishwakarma, whose father, that is Vishwakarma, has given him the boon to become expert in the engineering or construction knowledge. So ocean god is saying, so use him, let him construct a bridge over my waters, and I will support or uphold it. And he says, Nala is as skilled as his father, that is Vishwakarma. Nala then plans the work of constructing the bridge. Apparently, he had all the technical knowledge or know-how for this construction work, and was also a good planner to procure the appropriate materials and in using the right machines and engaging the workforce. Because the bridge is constructed or was constructed by Nala, the bridge is also known as Nala Setu, besides being known as Rama Setu. So Ramayanam gives some details about how the bridge was built. Now, based on that description, the construction work looks something like this, that what you see in this picture. So again the English translation of the verses from chapter 22, some of the verses which are related to that construction is given here. So at Rama's command, the monkeys entered the mighty forest. The monkeys went to the forest to procure the raw materials needed for the bridge. See, they get all this big, they uprooted the trees. Some names of the trees are also given here with Chala, Ashwakarna, Vausha, Kutaja, Arjuna, etc., etc. So they uprooted them with the roots and then they dragged them. And some of them, uh, strong monkeys on vananas, they could just bring the entire trees together there. And also they bring the rocks, big rocks, and then they put them in the water, probably directed by Nala, how to do it. So interestingly, Ramayanam also mentions with the aid of mechanical devices. It uses the word yantram or yantra, okay, which means something, machine or mechanical device. So there's no other detail given there, just a machine, yantra. So probably they were using some kind of, we don't know, so some kind of machines to drag them, the rocks and the trees. Uh, those powerful ones dug up the stones as big as elephants and rocks. And note that it also mentions pulling on the chains. Thereafter, the monkeys churned up the sea by rushing into it on all sides or pulling on the chains. For chains, it mentions sutram, sutra. So it could be ropes or chains. So there is some technology, some engineering technology or skill used here. It's not just throwing the so throwing the rocks or the trees into the water. So there is some pre-planned engineering technology is being used here, and with the help of that, the bridge was constructed there. How much time did it take to build the bridge, and how long was the bridge? The details are in that same chapter, Ramayanam, chapter 22, Yuddhakanda itself. Rama and Vanaras, they already knew the distance, because Hanuman had already been there. He knew the city well and the distance also well. So the Ramayana mentions that they knew that they had to build this 100 yojanas. Now, what is a yojana? We really don't know what that distance, or measure. What is the measure of yojana? So it could be contextual because this yojana appears, the word yojana appears in different other texts also in different contexts. So in some context it could be a shorter distance, some it could be longer distance. So here a total of 100 yojana needed to be built. It breaks down this construction work into 5 days. Day 1, 14 yojanas. Day 2, 20 yojanas. Day 3, 21 yojanas. The fourth day, 22. And on the last day, fifth day, 23 yojanas. So total, if you add up, so it will be total 100 yojanas there. So 100 yojanas in 5 days. So this was very well planned engineering project. You can say that. But interestingly, it also mentions the width as Dasha Yojana Vistirnam, which is 10 yojanas. Now, This Dasha Yojana, again, we don't know what is the exact distance, but it could be also just a metaphorical, like saying that it was wide, quite wide, to accommodate all the army of Vanaras to work on it. Was this Rama Setu, or also known as Nala Setu, real? Was it actually constructed? It could be, it could possible, but nowadays there is a lot of debate that it was a fake, it was not real, it is just imagination, etc. But look, considering Valmiki Ramayana as itihas or history of India and taking the events of Ramayana into account, it was very much possible that it, this bridge could have been constructed at that point. So geological research, the modern geological research and satellite images, even from NASA images, they confirm that the area between the current India and Sri Lanka, the island, is a series of shallow limestone formations. The water is very shallow there. So even to date, large ships, they cannot pass through it. So if some large ship has to, container ship has to reach eastern India, they have to navigate around Sri Lanka. So the water is very shallow there. So, but thousands of years ago, when Ramayana happened, this geography might have been somewhat different here. So, considering this sea, how it erodes the reefs over a period of time, now, thousands of years ago, there might be some more landmass that could be accessible or visible on either side of the shores that was above the sea level, making India closer to the Lankan shore. And the limestone reef might be having even, it might be even taller or stronger at that time. So with that submarine knowledge or underwater structure knowledge and the engineering skills, uh, the Nala and the people and the Vanaras at that time might have been able to arrange some floating trees and big rocks to put over these structures and hold them together with some ropes or chains, tie them together so that it becomes stable and walkable. So probably over thousands of years of erosion and storms, etc., that man-made structure is gone now. And what we see, the underlying limestone structure continues to raise our curiosity around this Rama Setu. Now, some people argue that current Sri Lanka nation was not where Sita was kept at the time of Ramayana. And that Lanka was a different island altogether. But that's a different topic. Thank you.